In choosing the forbidden fruit, Adam and Eve rejected God's purpose, rebelled against his authority, and tarnished his image in them. They messed up his perfect world by turning from him and defining for themselves what they considered to be good and evil. This rejection of God's authority for self-chosen autonomy is what the Bible calls sin. Imagine building for yourself the perfect workshop, then developing a machine intended to keep the place organized. What would you do if that machine malfunctioned and destroyed your workshop instead? Chances are you would dispose of it and head back to the drawing board to try again. As the Creator, you would have that right. Likewise, God justly could have destroyed his rebellious humans. Not only did Adam and Eve reject the very purpose for which they were created, their rebellion has blighted his perfect world ever since. For God to cast them into a trash heap like torn clothing or broken cell phones would make perfect sense, but he didn't do that. Why? Because we weren't created just for the purpose of doing something for God. We were created to be with him forever as objects of his love. Out of love, God refrained from executing the judgment we deserved and instead allowed us to live. He has been in the process of restoring humanity to himself ever since, and at an enormous cost. The astonishing price God paid to redeem Adam and Eve and their descendants from their sin more than answers the charge of the skeptic in our opening example. The skeptic argued that God planted the forbidden tree, knowing the couple would eat of it because he wanted to swoop in afterward and save the day, making himself look like a hero. The charge has no substance because God would have no rationale for going through the extremely tortuous suffering and death he endured merely to make himself look like a hero. Why would a being of his stature even care whether little creatures he made thought him a hero? As we can clearly see, the entire story from creation to fall to sacrificial redemption has nothing to do with God's attempt at vanity. It is one of extreme love beyond all comprehension.